Alright guys, today we've got a new car to review. I'm going to say its name because it's a bit hard to remember, it's a bit of a mouthful. It's the Turbo Racing 176 scale C71 Corvette. Do you want to open it up?
Yeah.
And let me know what you think. Now you're going to ask me if it's another huge RC car. What is it?
It's a tiny RC car! What? It's such a tiny RC car!
What size is it about the same as? It's about the same size as one of Jin's Hot Wheels, isn't it?
Yeah. How do you even put this together?
This doesn't even look like an RC car, it looks like a normal car.
Yeah, it looks like a... That is not...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hold it still, Hadley, or have a closer look at it. Yeah, that's tiny, alright. Can you put your hand next to it? And your hand's not very big either. Oh my goodness, it is small. Alright, shall we charge it up and see if we can have a bit of a play with it?
I put my biggest finger on it.
Alright, we're going to go away and charge the batteries and we'll be back soon.
Like and subscribe to our video.
Alright, Hector and Hadley, what else is in that pack? What have you got there?
Two other covers.
Yeah, they're not a very exciting colour, are they?
Yeah, they're just black.
Do you know why they're grey?
Why?
Because you can paint them yourself.
What the?
There's one each for you too. What colour would you paint yours, Hadley?
I'll carry mine orange.
Orange? Yeah, what about you, Hector?
My one would be blue and orange.
Blue and orange, nice. Okay, so we're just getting the controller ready. It actually looks like it uses 4 AAA batteries, not AA batteries, so just bear that in mind when you pick that up if you want to get running. I'm going to go put those in now and I'll be back in a moment. Right, there we go. I had to go scavenge them out of the kids' headlamps, so hopefully we're not going to need those anytime soon. Anyway, they're in there now, and so we're going to go put them back in the controller and give the little car a charge up. Alright, so the controller's in 3 parts. I've put the batteries in. We're going to put it back together now. So batteries slide in like this, and you can lock it up with this mechanism here. I'll get something to do that in a moment. And the top of the controller slides on. Now the reason this comes apart is so that you can store it in a case that comes back, because obviously cars are very small. It means you can store this in a small space as well. Alright, we're going to start with 20% speed first. Let's go, Hadley. That's pretty slow. The steering is amazing, it's fully proportional. So you can steer a little bit, it turns a little bit, and you steer a lot, it turns a lot. Alright, I think I've had enough of 20% top maximum speed. Let's turn it up to 50. Alright, on 50% top speed now, let's go, Hadley. Oh, that's a little bit harder to keep up with. Well, it's really hard to keep up with. Okay, and this is where you're changing the speed here, so we're going to bump it up to 100% now. Cool, I'm going to give that a run. So check out the proportional steering, so you can turn a little bit, and turn a lot. The throttle's proportional as well. Check out the lights, so lights at the front, lights at the back. When you go in reverse, no, just lights on the whole time, so it's pretty cool though. It looks fun at night time. So that's probably a sort of a normal walking speed I'm going at. Full speed obviously on the car. Hopefully that gives you a feel how fast it goes, but it's getting around our house pretty good. Whoop. Really got to learn one-handed driving a bit better. There we go, now I've got the hang of it. Whoop. All right, let's have a little bit of a closer look at this car. It's really hard to, I'm not going to take the top off. I don't think there's any much point. We've seen how it runs. We know that it's got proportional steering. We know that it's got proportional throttle control. I'll just show you a little bit closer on the proportional steering here. Hopefully that's in focus and you can see. It's pretty amazing. You can see the little steering arms operating. Obviously no suspension on something this small doesn't really need it, but that's impressive. And the wheels, yeah, really proportional. That's amazing. Amazing how that works. I mean, you can see the size of the USB port just there. I mean, that could give you some indication of just how small it is. But looking at the detail up close, the wheels are really nice. Like I said, active front headlights, active tail lights. Pretty cool looking car. Now, these aren't the first of the Tiny series to come out. The Mini came out before this. This is meant to be double the speed. Can't confirm that, I'm afraid. But yeah, from what I've seen so far, that looks to be true. Let's go with it. I mean, we're not talking breakneck speeds here, but for ribbing around home, it's a lot of fun. As you probably saw, it came with a couple of spare bodies that are grey and I think are designed to be painted up, so let's see how easy it is to take off. I thought at first you had to undo those little screws in there, but you don't. They're really just holding the lights on, so it's simply a matter of clicking it off at the front and then removing it at the back. And so that's the unit there. Oh look, it is a tiny little LiPo battery that is powering it. It's a 1S, I think it's 40 milliamp hour, that's tiny. There's a proper little 2.4 gigahertz aerial there as well. Nice little board. That's clever design. There's a little MOSFET there that's going to drive the ESC. So yeah, quite a clever little design. So let's see just how easy one of the other bodies goes on. This is the grey body. Ah, that's interesting. Look, you are going to need to take out the tailpipe section and the prism section for the headlights, because yeah, that's going to blow through. Let's see what it looks like anyway. No, it looks like they house the clips as well. So we are going to have to take off those screws and change it up. But yep, that should give you an idea of what it's going to look like. And it's going to be pretty cool to paint that up. Personally, I want to paint them up in the 1994 McLaren MP4C F1 colours, because that is my favourite design of all time. I mean, everyone's got theirs, so yeah, maybe I'll get into painting that one soon. Cool. So on to looking at the remote control now. There's a reasonable amount of adjustability for it given how small the car is. This bottom switch here just allows you to turn the transmitter on and off, and I believe in the middle it puts it into a charging mode. Interesting, the lights have started blinking on the car now that the transmitter's turned off, so that must be it when it's in a binding mode. Anyway, back to the transmitter. What else have we got there? We've got steering dual rate. That means we can limit the maximum amount of steering if we want, and the rest of it scales beneath that, which is quite a handy feature, I guess. I don't see it really needing turning back anyway. Throttle dual rate. I'd just keep that at maximum, to be honest, because you've got the throttle maximum percentages anymore, so what's the point of that other than just having a preset value that makes it easy to talk to people about? Must be for people in the Traxxas market and stuff, not understanding what a throttle dual rate does. What else have we got? Steering reverse. Again, don't know why you use that. Maybe if you applied this to another model. You got throttle trim. Probably shouldn't need to adjust that with ESCs these days, but it's there if you want it. And steering trim. Now that was the one that is useful, because steering is a mechanical unit. you will always need to trim that right to get it. And off camera I did that for this car. Let's have a look. It's controls for channel 3 and channel 4. I wonder what they do. Nothing that I can see, not on this car anyway. Actually, check that out. Channel 4 control turns the lights on and off on the car. So that's on, off, on, off. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh my goodness, look at that. Channel 3. I only just noticed what that did. Look when I press it here. It's got underbody lighting. I'll come back when it's a little bit darker and we'll get a picture of that. That's pretty amazing. That's really balling. Alright, I found a dark spot in the laundry room so that we can try out these lights. So, as I said before, front and rear lights on and off, but check this out. Woohoo! That is ballin'. A little bit early 2000s, sort of Fast and Furious style, but still that is hilarious, that the fact that you can have that kind of level of control. Hopefully it shows out on the camera right. I'll try to find a good spot if it doesn't. Alright, this is funny. So I've pulled out Jim's little mat for his Hot Wheels toys. So I'm going to take the throttle down to 50% because I don't trust myself. So, well, when I say I don't trust myself, I mean my driving's probably not good enough. So let's give it a go. Whoop. Oh no, my driving's not great, but this is really cool. The material this is like a kind of fluffy stuff, but if you had a normal sort of one that was at it, well, at first it was newer, this is really old, this has been through 3 sets of kids. But you get the idea, that's pretty cool. We also did some testing on the Hot Wheels tracks, as you can see from the couple of images here. Sorry I didn't get any videos. They didn't do too badly. It did struggle on the incline, not because it lacked power, but because it lacked grip on the rear wheels. Obviously it couldn't do the loop either, but any flat sections of track with curves and even small inclines, it was able to handle quite well. So it does work, and I have tested it. You just have to trust me. Would I recommend the car? Yeah, I think for what it is, I definitely recommend it. But know that it is a small car, that it's only going to run on flat surfaces. But if you bear that in mind and you're willing to take that into account, if you have one or especially 2 or more of these, it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun racing around in a small area. You know, not all of us live in a big house with big areas outside and parks that we can go run big RC cars, but even in a small apartment, this kind of car would be a lot of fun, just racing around. You could make a track the size of a tabletop, like a dining room table or a kitchen table or a kitchen bench, whatever you call it. So yeah, a lot of fun to be had with it, as long as you realise the limitations of it and size and the kind of terrains that it's going to go on. But the good thing too is this is not their first car. They've learnt a lot from the first one, which was a very good release, the little 176 scale Mini. This car is a lot faster, and I believe they've taken the learnings and made it more reliable since. So yeah, pretty cool little unit. Certainly unique in the RC car world. So hope you enjoyed the review rather. This is my RC family. Feel free to subscribe to us on YouTube if you like the review, or not, that's fine.
And also like and subscribe.
Yeah, thanks Hector. He's been watching too many YouTube videos himself. But thanks for watching that, and we'll see you soon. Bye.